Hi everybody, this is Erin. I'm going to give this one last shot. If the phone rings again, I'm going to wait till later to make this video. Anyways, today is March 30th, 2015, on Monday, and today marks 48 weeks post-op RNY gastric bypass. Saturday, the 28th, was my 11-month mark, and I'll give you my stats real quick. My high weight was 258.8, my surgery weight was 246.6, and my current weight is 166.2. So that is a total loss of 92.6 pounds, and that is 7.2 pounds from my last update video a month ago. So I'm really happy that I am so close to my personal goal. I want to be at a 100-pound loss by my 1-year mark, which is April 28th. So I'm so close. I think I'm gonna get there. So yay, excited for that. Oh, and I officially made it to size 12. So the only thing I have to wear right now as far as bottoms are 1 pair of jeans and about 4 pairs of capris. Thank goodness spring has finally arrived, so it's warmer weather. I'm not going to freeze myself to death. What else? I officially became grandma last Wednesday on March 25th. Here's a picture of my daughter with my grandbaby. The baby's name is Madeline Paulette. She weighed 6 pounds, 9 ounces, and she's 18.5 inches long. So she's a little old thing, but she is so precious. I love her so much. And my daughter, she's doing amazing. She's just an awesome mom. I knew she was going to be. And she's just proving it more and more every day. So I'm so proud of her, and I'm proud of my grandbaby. It's so weird to say grandbaby. Grandbaby, grandbaby. Anyways, I don't even feel like I'm old enough to be a grandma. I probably shouldn't be, but oh well. I started young, so anyways, at least my daughter wasn't my age when she had her first child. So I mean, the age I was when I had my first child. That's what I meant. Anyways, so I'm going to move on because otherwise I could spend forever bragging about my granddaughter. So I'll move right along to a food critique. I found some coconut flour real cheap at the grocery outlet here in our town. And so I bought several bags because that stuff's expensive and they don't always carry the same things all the time at the grocery outlet. It's like, you know, they get cycled in and cycled out. So I bought as many as I could afford to buy, and I made coconut flour biscuits, and they turned out good, but I made them with sausage, eggs, and gravy, and with my sensitive palate, ever since, you know, the surgery, I could taste flavors like 3 times more so than I used to. Things that would be, you know, more subtle to other people, they wouldn't notice the flavor in something. I pick it up like that. My sense of smell and my taste buds are way more sensitive. So I could taste the coconut, and but my husband couldn't taste it, and neither could anyone else. They kept saying it was in my head, which kind of pissed me off, but you know, telling me I'm over exaggerating. I hate that. But anyways, then my nephew came over and tried it, and he says, "How can you not taste the coconut?" So thank you. Thank you, Sammy. But I don't recommend making coconut flour biscuits with a salty, meaty breakfast like that. unless you're going to have it like with butter and jelly or butter and honey. I think it's more a taste for something sweet rather than something salty and greasy like that. So anyways, I will be making the coconut flour biscuits again. And they might actually be good to make sandwiches too. So we'll have to try that. I did try to make the sausage gravy with the coconut flour, which was a bad idea, because coconut flour doesn't thicken like wheat flour. So I don't know. It was kind of gritty. The coconut flour has a bit of the same consistency as cornmeal, so it does have that gritty texture. But you know, we'll experiment with it. My birthday's coming up in less than 2 weeks, and so I'm gonna try making my own birthday cake. I found some recipes on Pinterest that look interesting and look yummy. I love chocolate, so of course it's going to be a chocolate cake. So I think I'm going to try making one this week, you know, because you gotta try it first before you serve it to everybody else. Let's see. And when I bought the coconut flour, I also bought chia seed and flaxseed because it was on sale real cheap too. Let's see. The other night I made chicken stir fry for the first time. It was basically chow mein without the noodles. So I threw all kinds of vegetables in there. I bought bean sprouts, I got cabbage and onions and snow peas and what else? Onions and carrots, broccoli, all the vegetables you think would go into a stir fry. That's what I put in it. It ended up making quite a bit. And you know, of course I had chicken breast and I put it in there. But the sauce that you make with it, you know, it calls for soy sauce, and you add like a tablespoon of cornstarch, you know, to thicken the sauce up. And I don't know if you're seeing this for my videos for the first time. Several months back, I had Chinese food from our local restaurant here, and we probably got like 5 or 6 Chinese food restaurants in town, but there's one that we go to usually. And I've had Chinese food a couple times after the gastric bypass, but the very last time I had it, it made me sick. It's the only time I've thrown up since having surgery, and it was not a pleasant experience whatsoever. I do not want to throw up again. It's just, it's bad. I threw up my whole lunch here at work. And then I felt sick the rest of the day. I had to go home and sleep it off for a couple hours. Yeah, it was bad. So when I made the stir fry, you know, I made it according to the recipe, except for it called for brown sugar, so I used stevia, and it was a great substitute. No one even noticed the difference. It probably should have been sweeter with the brown sugar, but I didn't want to overpower the flavor of the sauce with that taste of stevia when you put too much. It almost has that saccharine taste when you put too much. So I ate it just fine. I was fine eating the portion. I even waited a little while and I had just a little bit more because it was so good. And all of a sudden I felt nauseous. I thought I was going to throw up. I started getting the drools, and I think my husband absorbed my energy because I stopped feeling nauseous and then he started feeling nauseous. So I'm kind of grateful for that because he's got an iron stomach. I believe I've narrowed it down as to why Asian food has made me feel sick, and it's the cornstarch. I think they put cornstarch in like everything, you know, to make their sauces to thicken it up. So I made egg foo young yesterday, and you know the gravy that goes over top, I used chia seed to thicken that sauce up, or the gravy, instead of cornstarch, and that worked out well. So at first I thought it was a soy sauce, but that told me yesterday it was not the soy sauce. It was the cornstarch for sure. So no more cornstarch for me. So let's see. Oh, I wanted to also talk about with my boot camp, my workout boot camp. We are doing this 21-day challenge to cleanse our bodies. We're basically only eating meat and vegetables. That's it. Nothing processed, nothing dairy, nothing artificial, no fruit, no juice, and no sugar. And of course already we can't have soda, we're not supposed to have chips and all that stuff. So, and nothing starchy, no potatoes, and so I've been making my meals like every day for the past week. Today is day 8 of this 21-day challenge. So I have survived so far. Wednesday, however, I did kind of cheat a little bit, which we are journaling all of our food and our progress for every day. So I was honest in my journal. I was literally hungry after leaving the hospital Wednesday, because you know, all that high anxiety and the excitement and all the emotions, and I was just dragging butt when we left the hospital. So we stopped at a Mexican restaurant. I figured that was probably best for the, you know, fresh food, and so they put chips and salsa, and they had bean dip. Not every Mexican restaurant has bean dip when they sit you down. I can usually resist the chips and salsa, but I couldn't resist chips and bean dip. So, because we're not having beans either, and of course when they make their beans, they make it with lard, so it's lots of carbs, lots of fat. So I indulged a little bit, but I'm adding a day to my 21-day challenge to make up for any of the cheats that I might have done or will do. My birthday's coming up, so I'm going to try to be good. My mother-in-law's birthday was Saturday as well, and they had pizza and cake. I resisted. I brought my own food. I brought a rotisserie chicken, and I brought salad, so I made my own dinner. It might have seemed rude to everyone else, but if I'm going to stick with this and have a strong will about it and not give in, I have to provide for myself and not worry about hurting other people's feelings, because those feelings aren't going to help my progress. So I know that sounds kind of like me being a bitch, but a lot of us, and I am very guilty of it, you know, we give into temptation quite often, which, you know, is part of our food addiction, and in order to fight that, we have to fight the temptations, and the best way to do that is set yourself up for success. You know, if you know you're going to a function or an event where they're going to have foods that you can't eat or you shouldn't eat, you know, take your own. And if, you know, the people are offended by it, you know, you might have to just let them know, you know, this is how I'm eating, and if I'm sorry if you don't like it, or I'm sorry if you're offended, but this is how it's going to be. So, nobody was offended, but of course, you know, when I bring my own food, it always brings up that long topic about, you know, what I'm eating and why, you know, and they want to ask, oh, well, how come you can't have this? How come you can't have that? Well, that sucks. I couldn't do that. Da-da-da-da. I'm like, well, you know, this is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity, and truly it is, because my insurance only pays for weight loss surgery once in a lifetime. They don't pay for revisions, they don't pay for modifications or anything like that. Once it's done, it's done. I'm sure if there were complications and it had to be reversed, my insurance would pay for it because it was an emergency situation, but as far as getting the initial surgery, it's a once in a lifetime opportunity, and I truly see it as that. This is my once in a lifetime tool that I was blessed with, and I'm taking full advantage of it. I don't want to take it for granted. I don't want to be lazy. I don't want to fall back into bad habits, which is also why I joined the boot camp. So I think it's a great opportunity for me to do better for myself. And in doing so, taking care of myself, I am better able to take care of everyone else around me. So just keep that in mind for those of you who start to feel like you're being selfish. You're not, because obviously, you know, as women, we are natural caregivers, and you can't take care of somebody if you're not able to take care of yourself. So take care of yourself and be happy. And I don't mean to leave out the men, because men are strong too, and you know, they're providers, and same thing goes for you. You know, if you're the breadwinner of the family, you know, you can't get out there and move if you're not fit to do so. So take care of yourself so you can help others. Okay? I'm going to leave on that note. Have a good one, and we'll catch you later.